Okay? Wipe your hands. Dry your hands, I mean. Come.
Mommy! Stop. Stop, Mommy.
Hi. Hi, Isabella. How are you doing? This is a crochet
Isabella?
channel.
What is Isabella? What is Isabella? Is Isabella your friend?
Mm-hmm.
Who is Isabella? Isabella? What is it? Oh, man. Mommy?
There you go. Okay. Where do you want to watch it?
Here.
I want to close this door because I want to go lie now. You can lie down now, Alicia.
Lie down.
Yes, if you want.
I want to, Mommy. Can I?
Yeah, you can. Hi everyone, welcome back to day 4 of our beginner crochet course. If this is your first time joining, don't worry. We are going to move slowly and I'm going to explain everything step by step. So before we start today's lesson, I want to do a quick and a clear recap of day 1, day 2, and day 3. So everyone is on the same page. Okay, so if you're just joining, you're welcome. Please give this this live a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And if you know somebody who likes to crochet, please share this live with them. Okay. We are going to start in a minute. Let me just adjust my stuff here so that we can start right away. Okay, let me bring it this side. Come on. Bend those legs, shall we? That's better. So I am, like I said, I want to do a quick and clear recap of day 1, day 2, and day 3, so everyone is on the same page. Okay, so on day 1, so if you want to see my beginner crochet course, the playlist, I put the link in the description so you can go back. Hello, hi everybody. And so you can go back and click on the link, and then in the description, and you'll see the link. Click on it, and then it will take you to the playlist of the beginner crochet course. So on day 1, we started from the beginning. We answered one simple question: what is crochet? And you know that crochet creates fabrics using hooks and yarn, and by just pulling loops pulling loops of yarn through other loops, and that's it. That's how simple. And we also did what crochet beginner friendly, and we mentioned that you don't need expensive tools, and that mistakes are part of learning. If you struggle, hi everybody. Hi Chandelier, how you doing? And so I have a playlist, guys. I'm not going to go back again and explain everything we did on day 1, day 2, day 3. You just have to click the link in the description. Yeah.
Mommy?
Yes.
I would shouldn't
Just click skip. They need to skip. So you just go in the description. How are you? I'm fine. How are you doing? So click on in the description. There's a link, and then it will take you straight to the playlist where you see day 1, day 2, day 3, and I'm doing day 4 here on live. And so I would like to know, guys, who here started crocheting with me on day 1? Type in the chat day 1 and I will know. So on day 2, we talked about the tools we needed for crochet and what to and I want to repeat something very important today. You don't need fancy tools to crochet. Okay, because many beginners think that they need fancy tools. Long time, sorry, I'm a bit busy with my job. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. So most beginners want they think we need fancy tools when just starting. Just start with a one hook. So and yarn, just acrylic is very cheap where I am here. Hi everybody. And also just a regular scissors, a yarn needle, and yeah. So today, so let me just start what we are going to be looking at today. So guys, I'm not going to carry on explaining what we did already. Like I said, the link is in the description. Just click in the description and you see it, click on it, and then it will take you to the playlist, and then you can replay it and learn on your own pace. Okay, so today is day 4. So day 4 is all about how to hold your hook, right? How to hold your crochet hook, how to hold your yarn, and how to crochet comfortably without pain. Okay, that's what we're going to be looking at today. So today is not about speed. Today is not about um, you know, fast forwarding everything. We're taking everything step by step and, you know, easy. Come on. So, hi, those who are just joining, welcome to day 4 of our beginner crochet course. If you are joining live, you're welcome. If you're watching the replay, you are also very welcome. So, let's grab our yarn, hook, and get comfortable because we are going to start. Today, we are not rushing. We are learning how to hold our crochet hook and the yarn so that properly and comfortably and without pain. Okay, so so before we start, I want to hear this. I want you to hear this clearly. There is no wrong way to hold a crochet hook as long as you are comfortable. Okay, so crochet never hurts your hands, never hurts your wrist, and never hurts your fingers. Okay, so the first way of holding a hook, I'm going to show you now. The way you can hold a hook is, let me just bring this a little bit down so I can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so okay, so we're going to start with a slip knot just like we normally do when you're crocheting. Okay, right. So the first step you do, if you're a beginner, okay, I don't have any, this is my like leftover yarn. So I'm going to use this, but if you have, a whole ball of yarn, look at the label, right? Look at the label, and on the label, it will tell you what hook size you should use. Okay, it will tell you what hook size you should use. Now, because I've already worked with this yarn, I am going to recommend me to use a 4 millimeter. Okay, so look at your label and then pick the hook that is recommended, and that's what you're going to be using. So this is how we are going to hold our hook. Okay, so this is the hook, right? And there is something called a knife grip. Okay, so a knife grip is like this, like you're about to have your meal. Yeah, something like that. So that's a knife grip, and some people hold it like this, right? So I'm going to make a slip knot. And after this, guys, I'm going to teach you how to, just a bonus, how to do a certain pattern. Okay, it's going to be very beginner friendly, so don't be afraid. So this is called a knife grip, right? So when you're holding your yarn, you insert like this, you wrap it around your little finger, like that, your pinky, and around your middle finger, and again on top over the ring finger, and over the your pointer, your index, right? And you work like so. I hope that was clear. Let me repeat that again. So you go like that, over the pinky, under the middle finger, over the ring finger, and under the index, like so. And then with your ring finger and your thumb, you hold this part here, so to secure it. And then with your grip, which is the knife grip, you hold your hook like that, and then you start crocheting while holding that part here, like that, and you start crocheting. And as you crochet that, see the way the yarn is, right? You see the way the yarn is coming out from here. So by putting your yarn, like placing your yarn like that, it will make you have a nice tension, right? To control your tension. And yeah, that's it. So you start crocheting. So that's the first method you can do. So for me, I can do this method of lifting up my my index like so, but when I crochet very fast off camera, I prefer to just relax my index like that, so that I don't get tired. So like I said, guys, there is no right way or wrong way of holding your yarn or your hook. Okay, you just have to do what's comfortable for you. So this is what's comfortable for me. I get tired whenever I hold my hook like this. My index on all my, and together with my hand, gets tired, and my wrist also starts to pain a little bit. So I just decide to avoid that, just relax my index, and then crochet like that. Right, still the yarn is over the pinky, under the ring, middle finger, over the ring, and over the index. It did not change. So that's how I do it. I find it very, very easy. So when I'm doing this method, I sort of like turn my hand so that the hook can, yarn over nicely, like that. That's another method. And if you can see closely, there's no difference, right? So now, like I said, guys, there's no right way or wrong way of holding your hook. or your yarn. Just do what's comfortable for you. What feels comfortable for you. People who do these things differently. Okay, so many beginners find this comfortable because it feels natural. I mean the grip, the knife grip, like that. It feels natural, and it's also what's comfortable for me, right? And the other one is the pencil, where you have to go like that. Is the pencil one like this, right? Hi. So that's the pencil grip, and then you can crochet while lifting your index, or while relaxing also your index, but you have to do like a like a turning your hand so that your hook can hook on that yarn like that. And this method is called the pencil grip. We did the knife grip, and this method is the pencil grip. Some people do it very, very easily with the pencil grip, but I'm not that fast when I hold my yarn, my hook like a pencil. I prefer when I hold my hook like a knife. I am very, very fast like this. Then, see, that's what's comfortable for me. Again, do what's comfortable for you guys. Okay, so this one is called a pencil grip. Like I said, you hold the hook like a pencil. Okay, so this grip gives more control, especially for like detailed stitches. So yeah, and so which one feels better for you? The knife, which is like this, right? The knife grip, or the pencil grip? Comment. Let's chat, guys. Which one do you think is comfortable for you? The knife or the pencil grip? Knife for okay. Yeah, I also prefer the knife. Yeah. I also prefer the knife. It's comfortable for me. It might be it might be also it might not be comfortable for somebody else. But for me, I prefer also the knife. It's relaxing. It's just feels natural. But it's also, the pencil is not so bad though. But like I said, for me, it's I become very slow when I'm holding my hook, and so it becomes very, very. I become very, very, very slow. So I'm going to go back again and talk about how you can hold your 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 yarn. This is where many beginners struggle. That's why I want to repeat it, because your yarn hands control tension. It's very, very important to know how to hold your yarn, because tension just means how tight or how loose your stitches are. So there are three common yarn holds that I'm going to show you. So the first one is what are you making? I'm not making anything. I'm just showing you how to hold your hook, how to hold your yarn as a beginner. So guys, if you're enjoying this live, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and let's chat. If you know somebody who is interested in crocheting, please share this live with them. I would truly appreciate that. So as I was saying, there are 3 common yarns hold. So the first one is yarn over index, like that. That is the yarn over index. Okay, so the yarn, as you can see, is going through my fingers and like that. So it goes like that, like that, like that, like I showed you earlier, right? So this controls the yarn, this part here and this part here controls the yarn. And there is also one that goes like that, but without having to put the having to like wrap your fingers around the yarn like that. There is that where you just have to put your like that, and then you crochet. It will make your stitches loose because you are not holding your yarn. Nothing is controlling your yarn, so your tension will be a bit loose. Can you see that? It's different between these chains we did here and the ones that I just did here using that kind of method. So there is no rule that says you must wrap yarn a certain way. Your goal is smooth movement, not tight control. Okay. So like as I was showing you, what I was showing now, it takes practice and your hook, moves nicely and smoothly once you get the hang of it. And yeah, so guys, if you're enjoying this live, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and let me know what other areas you're struggling with when it comes to crochet and stuff like that. So I want you guys to remember this often, that you are learning muscle memory. Your hands are learning something new. So obviously it will take time. You cannot just, try and then get it there and there. Obviously with practice, you start getting the hang of it. And like I said, you are learning muscle memory. Okay, now we are going to practice making chains slowly together. Okay, we are going to practice how to make chains slowly, step by step. Okay, so let me put this aside and use this one so that you see. Use this yarn. Come on, this yarn. Guys, comment where you're watching me from. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, comment, like, and share. I will really appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to be using this yarn to show you how to do your chains slowly. And yep. So what's comfortable for you? Knife or pencil grip, it's up to you. So we are going to make a slip knot. So we are going to Combonia. Okay. You're welcome, everybody. If you're just joining in, you're welcome. So please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Like this live. Share with somebody you know who's interested in crocheting. So let's continue. So we're going to make a slip knot here. So I'm going to show you the easy way to make a slip knot. So you're going to wrap your yarn around your index like so, right? And then you take it the back there, and then you bring it in between that circle there, and then you tighten it. Okay, let's start that again. Let's start that again. Okay. I'm not a beginner, guys, but sometimes I always get it wrong. Okay? Yeah. Frogging is not a mistake, it's learning, right? So we are going to make a slip knot. So you're going to wrap your yarn around like that and like so. Pull it off the finger and bring it, take it from the inside like so. It is oh, okay. The problem is I'm always used to do it fast, you know. So let me start again. So you go like that, and then you bring it like that, and then you pull this up like that. My muscle memory was failing me right there. Anyway, so you're going to hold your hook. So for me, I'm going to hold it like a knife and bring my index up like that, and I'm going to crochet for the sake of this video. But like I said, I'm not comfortable with this type of holding, how I'm holding my yarn, but because I want you guys to see, I'm going to hold it like this. So with the ring finger and my thumb, I'm going to hold that knot here, there, and I'm going to yarn over and pull through one. We've already made a slip knot right there. We've already made a chain right there, and then yarn over and pull through. Now that's another one there. Now we have one loop, yarn over, pull through that loop. Now 3 chains, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over. Good morning. Hi.
Mommy,
Yes.
are you doing me money so I can buy my own things?
Okay. So that's how you do.
For myself?
Okay. So that's how you do your chains. So easy, right, guys? If it's easy, comment in the chat easy. If you are crocheting with me, comment in the chat crocheting along. Okay. So that's how easy it is. You just yarn over and then you pull through. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through. As easy as cutting butter with a hot knife. So that's how simple it is, guys. Okay, so now we are going to count how many stitches we did, how many chains we chained. Because guys, it's very important as a beginner that you count your chains, because when you count your chains, that's it. That's all crochet is. Because once you don't count your chains, your project will always look different on both sides. Let's say if you're making a bralette, the other bralette will be bigger than the other side. That is why it is important to count your chains. Always count. I know it's boring. I know it's boring, but you have to count. If your chains, if you chain too tight or too loose, relax your grip or change, go a size hook up. That is if you chain too tight. If you chain, if your chains are too loose, go a size hook. No. If you chain your chains too tight, go a size hook uh down. Like let's say you are using 4 millimeter like I am, and my chains are too tight here, I will go for like 3.5 or 3 millimeter hook. And let's say my chains here are very loose, I have to go for like 5 or 5.5. Okay, that's what I meant. I hope I'm clear. So, yep. So, is your hook getting stuck? That's the other question. Easy for me. I have been crocheting for decades, but I like to listen to people explaining crafts. Okay. So, um, so tight grip. So, guys, if you're struggling, which means you don't have to give up, it is normal. Okay, I was once a beginner and I struggled as well, but the key here is not to give up. We just keep on going, practicing. If it feels awkward, you are learning. Okay, so I'm going to count my chains here. It's important that you count your chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20.
I love ham.
So that's a foundation chain.
Mommy, I used to have ham.
Okay, so that's a foundation chain. We did 20. So what we are going to do now is we are going to, I don't know which stitch I should teach you. Does anyone have an idea what stitch I should teach?
Yes.
For this, like a bonus for this live? What stitch should I teach?
I'm going to tell you which one.
Which one?
Pink.
Okay.
A pink bonnet.
Okay, my baby. A pink bonnet.
For me.
For you, okay.
Yes. For night time.
Okay. So guys, if you're enjoying this live, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and let me know where you're watching me from. If you have been crocheting for a long time, what would you want to add on? Because I'm also still learning. No one can say I know everything.
Mommy.
Huh?
I love bacon.
Okay, no one can say I know everything. I've been crocheting for years, but there are some things I also don't know. So, so if you have been crocheting for many years, and you want to add on, what exactly would you want to say? Maybe I'll also learn. You know, we are all learning. So, what pattern would you want me to teach you? What pattern would you want me to teach? The first person to comment here, I will just go with that. What pattern would you want me to comment? If I can do it. Okay, but we have so many different patterns, right? But I want one that is not difficult for beginners, that will, because this is a crochet beginner course, right? So I want it to be very easy for beginners.
Mama,
So,
are you a beginner?
no, I'm not.
You are a beginner.
Okay. I'm waiting, guys. I'm waiting.
Mommy, I need a tissue.
Go get a tissue there. So anybody, guys, anyone who has an idea of which one I should demonstrate here on live, and probably do it together if there's anyone doing it with me. We have the basic stitches like single crochet, double crochet, half double crochet. Okay, I'm going to start with a single half double crochet, or maybe with a single crochet. Yeah, I think single crochet would do. Maybe you could explain the simple next stitches. Okay, so let me start with the basic stitches like single crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, triple crochet. Let me just explain that and get it out of the way before we get into the the other stitches, the more complicated, a little bit complicated. Let me not scare you. A little bit complicated. Okay, slightly complicated. So I have chained my chains. You can chain any number of chains here. It doesn't really matter. So single crochet is the most basic crochet stitch. It is short, it's tight, and it's knit. So every single, every crochet stitch is just like loops pulled through loops, right? So single crochet has 2 loops at the end of each stitch. So step 1, which we already did, is to make a slip knot, right? We did a slip knot here. And if you want to know how to do, if you want to know how to do no slip knot chains, just to start chain right away, you can go to my, come on, zoom in. You can go to my YouTube. You will see there is a short video I did showing how you can do your chains without making a slip knot. Okay, if you're curious enough, go check it out. Okay, so the difference is that when you chain, when you make a slip knot, there is a bump right there. Come on, why I'm not seeing it? Come on, Zoom. There is a bump right there. I don't know if you can see it right here. But when you do your chains without making a slip knot, that won't be there. So yeah, go check it out. So now we did our chains, and I'm not going to repeat. I'm not going to show you again how to do your chains. And so we always start crochet with a slip knot. So the slip knot is what puts yarn into your hook, like we see earlier, and so that's step 1. So step 2, we are going to start making loops and pull through loops, and pull gently to tighten, not too tight. So I'm going to show you here. So from the second chain from the hook, this is the first chain here, and that's the second chain. I don't know if you can see that, but let me just wipe my screen here. Come on. Okay. So now this is the first stitch, and that is the second stitch. First and second. So into the second stitch from the hook. Second stitch from the hook. We insert, right, like so, and then we pull up a loop. So you just move your hook like so, and then we pull up a loop like so, and then we have 2 loops. These are the 2 loops, 1 and 2, and then we yarn over, and then we pull through those 2 loops, and that's a single crochet. Simple, right? Say simple in the, type simple in the chat. Now into the following stitch again, we insert, yarn over, pull. Now we have 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through 2. Now again into the following stitch, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through. Now if you're a beginner, in the previous in our previous beginner crochet course, I'm not so sure if it was day 1 or day 2, we spoke, I think it was day 3, we spoke about tools you can use, and the other tools were stitch markers. So this is where we need to use a stitch marker if you're a beginner, so that you will not lose your stitches at the end, at the beginning, or at the end. So I recommend you put our stitch marker. So let me just get my stitch markers and I will show you. So like I always say, you don't need any fancy stuff. You don't need to buy anything. Just, you know, focus on what matters, which is learning how to crochet. I know fancy tools, they are very nice. I'm not disputing that, but you can buy them later. For now, you can just buy yourself, get yourself paper clip or strap yarn and make and use it as a stitch marker. Okay, so I got my stitch marker here, and I'm going to place it in the first stitch, which is this one here. So we, as a beginner, that is the first thing you do when you're done with the first stitch. Take your stitch marker and place it. Don't be like me. Okay, like that, so that you remember that's way, that's the end of the row there. Okay, and then we are going to carry on. Okay, so we are just going to carry on placing one single crochet into each stitch. One single crochet into each stitch. So I'm going to carry on. You can hold your hook like a pencil, or like a knife, or like a pencil. Oops.
Too close to that screen, Alicia. Can you hear me, Alicia?
Ay, ay, ay.
Too close to that screen.
Okay. So those are your single crochets, and I'm left with one chain here. I'm just going to insert and then pull up a loop, and then yarn over, and then pull through all three, like so. Okay, so that's your single crochet rows. It's very simple, very straightforward, no stress. So guys, if you enjoyed this live, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and let me know what you, if you are working on something, what are you currently working on. I would love to see, to know, not see, to know what you're working on. Okay, so I'm going to carry on and I'm going to carry on and do the I'm going to carry on and do the double crochet. Okay, I'm going to do the double crochet. So guys, if you got this and it's easy for you, comment in the on the chat and say easy. Comment in the chat and let me know if it was easy for you. Hi. Okay, so now I'm going to carry on and I'm going to show you how to do a double crochet, and it's very easy also because I think it's better I show you so that you're on the same thing, so that you see the you see the what do I want to say? You see the difference. Okay, so now because we're doing a single crochet, we are going to, I mean a double crochet, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3, and you're going to turn your work. So I'm going to show you a trick. I'll tell you a trick in a minute or so. So now we're going to yarn over, and then this 3 chains counts as our first double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, insert, yarn over again, and then we put through we put through a loop. So we have 1, 2, and 3, and then we yarn over, and then we put through 2, yarn over, and then we put through 2. Now we do that again there. We yarn over, insert, we pull up a loop. Now we have 2 loops, like we have 3 loops, 1, 2, and 3. We yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. But guys, I always notice that when you're doing double crochets, there always leaves a gap. This gap here, you can actually see the gap, right? And doesn't look nice, right? So what you're going to do, a trick, I'm going to show you how to close that gap, is we insert, right? Actually, we undo the 3 chains we did earlier, insert, and then we pull up a loop. Now we have 2 loops, we yarn over, and then we pull through. Now we did a single crochet, right? Next we have let me show you here. We have 2 bars here, this one and this one. This bar here, this bar here, right? This bar right there. So we're going to get our hook and going to go through that bar. Okay, now so get through that bar like that, and then we pull through. Now we have 2 loops, yarn over, and then we pull through all 2. Now we're going to do it again the last time. So we did the first time, we did the second time, we did a normal double crochet the first time, and then the second time we put our hook into the loop, and then the third time now we're going to do again. These are the bars. This is the first bar and that's the second bar, and into that bar like so we go, insert our hook right there, and then we yarn over, and then we pull. Now 2 loops, we yarn over, and then we pull through all 2. So that's single crochets stacked together 2. So we did a single crochet, that's a height of a double crochet.
Mommy,
So
can you fix this?
not now, my angel.
Do it now. Do it right now.
Okay, I will do it. Hold on. Now we are going to yarn over. Now into the next loop there, chain, we are going to insert, pull up a loop. Now we have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. Now look at that. Now we did that, we didn't increase any chain. That is 1 chain, that's the second chain, stitch. Right, and look at that, no gaps. So that's another trick
Mommy,
you can do. Huh?
it's paused. It can't.
Go show daddy. Go show it to daddy. I'm busy here. Now we are going to undo here, right? And I'm going to show you another trick, right? And then I'm going to show you another trick here. The other trick you can do is to chain 3, right? Chain 3 and 10, and then into that same stitch you do a double crochet. You don't skip that stitch, you do a double crochet, right? And that will be your first stitch right there. But the problem with this, the edges won't be that even. Can you go there, please? Can you go there? Can you go there?
Daddy, mommy.
Alicia, can you go there, please? So now we are going to carry on. So as I was saying, the edge won't be as straight, right? The edge won't be as straight. So that is if you don't know how to do what I showed you earlier, the stacked single crochet. So but if you do that, then the edge will be very, very straight, and your gaps, there won't be gaps in between your double crochets. So I'm going to do it again very quickly so that I'll show you again how to do a double crochet. Okay, look at how straight that is. There are no bumps or anything. Very nice. So we're going to carry on, yarn over, and then we insert, do a double crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop. Now we have 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. Now again into the following stitch, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Again, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, so that's how you do a double crochet. The difference between a double crochet and a single crochet is that one, with a single crochet, you don't yarn over. You don't yarn over at the beginning. You just insert your hook without yarning over, right, with a single crochet. But with a double crochet, you yarn over first, then you insert your hook. That's the difference. Otherwise, anything that comes after this is the same thing. Not the same thing. Okay. And you yarn over, and then you pull through, yarn over and pull through. So for a single crochet, like we did in the previous day, you insert without yarning over, then you pull through, you yarn over, then you pull through, then you have 2 loops, then you pull through all 2. But with a double crochet, you yarn over, you insert, yarn over, you pull through. Now we have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, and we have 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2. Okay. So guys, if you're enjoying this live, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. If you know somebody who would like to learn how to crochet, please share this live with them. And right now we are on day 4 of our crochet beginner course, where I'll be explaining from the beginning of starting from what is crochet, what tools you need for crocheting, what yarn, what different types of yarn they are, like the thick chunky yarn, threads, DK yarn, cotton yarns. If you want to know all that as a beginner, just there's a link in the description. Just click on it and then it will take you to my playlist where there is a day 1, day 2, day 3. Today is day 4 of our beginner crochet course. So if you're not aware of it, click on the link, start from day 1, because all the videos are linked together. You cannot learn what's on day 2 without watching what's on day 1. For you to understand and for you to know how to crochet, you need to watch it from day 1 up to day 4, which is this live. Okay, so now I'm going to carry on placing 1 double crochet into each stitch. So guys, let's chat in the comments where you're watching me from. If you're working on a project, what exactly are you working on? If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, comment, like, and share. For those who are just joining, this is day 4 of our beginner crochet course. If you missed the other days, day 1, day 2, day 3, there's a link in the description. Click on that link and it will take you to the crochet course, and you should start from day 1 so that you don't miss anything and so that you learn, because in those days I'll be explaining what crochet is, what hooks you must use, what different types of yarn, and what hook size you should pick as a beginner, and so that you'll be easy to see the stitches. Now I'm in the last stitch there. You do our double crochet again. So guys, don't be like me. I forgot to put a stitch marker there, right? I forgot to put a stitch marker there. So always remember to put your stitch marker on the first stitch you are going to do so that you know. But as for me, because I've been doing this for a long time, I can tell where my first stitch is. Okay, so for the sake of this video, I'm just going to place the stitch marker. Okay, so always place, when you're done with your first, place a stitch marker there. Okay, now we are done with the second basic stitch. Now I'm going to go with another basic stitch, which is a half double crochet. A half double crochet. Okay, so a half double crochet, I'm going to chain 2 here, right, and then I'm going to turn my work. And if you like, also let's see, if you like here, so that there's no gap, you can do the same thing we did here. Okay, let's just do together. Okay, turn and then do single crochet stack together for the height of a half double crochet. So because it's a half double crochet, we just want the height of a half double crochet, so we just do 2 single crochet stuck together like that, and then we are going to carry on. So we're going to yarn over here, insert, pull up a loop. Now we have 3 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, so again, we should put our stitch marker in the first stitch. Again, yarn over, insert, yarn over, 3, yarn over, pull through all 3. That's half double crochet. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, make 3, yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, insert, yarn over and pull through.
Mommy.
What is it?
I can't change this.
Come, let me see.
It's advert. It's advert.
Ay, ay, come.
Mama, do you need this?
I need it. Leave it there, please.
I put it right next to you.
Okay, so we are going to carry on, yarn over, insert into the following loop, stitch, yarn over. Now we have 3 loops on our hook. 1, 2, 3, yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, yarn over, insert our hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull through 1, 2, 3 loops, yarn over and pull through. With the double crochet, we also yarn over, we insert also, we pull up a loop also, but the difference is here. With double crochet, you have to yarn over and pull through 2, but with half double crochet, you yarn over, pull through all 3. Okay, difference. If you're enjoying this live, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Let's chat. Where you're watching me from, what project are you working on, what's your favorite color, and stuff like that. Okay, now into the last stitch there, you do a half double crochet. Okay, so that's our half double crochet, right? And then that's it. So we did single crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, and what else can we do? Comment in the chat what else can I add, or other basic stitches. Comment in the comment what other basic stitches I should do. What other basic stitches I should do.
Mommy,
Mm-hmm.
can I please have one more stuff?
Okay, Alicia.
Please?
Okay.
Mommy said yes.
Okay. So the other stitch, basic stitch that you need to know, that is important also, is a slip stitch. Okay, so we're going to chain one here, and then we turn, and then we are going in the first stitch there, we're going to insert, and then we're going to yarn over. Now we have 2 loops on our hook, and then we pull through the, let me show you, we have 2 loops like this, right? And then we pull through this other loop here, like so. Again, we insert, we yarn over, and then we pull through. We insert, we yarn over, and then we pull through. We insert, we yarn over, and then we pull through. Insert, yarn over, pull through. Insert, yarn over, pull through. That's how you do a slip stitch.
Again? What was that again? Mommy?
Insert, yarn over, pull through. Insert, yarn over, and pull through. Insert, yarn over, and pull through. Insert, yarn over, and pull through. Now I'm in the last one. Right, now I'm going to be doing the last one here. Remove my stitch marker, and then we're going to insert into that stitch, making sure you're going through, come on, making sure you're going through both loops, and over, pull through, and pull through, like that. So that's how you do a single crochet. Now this phone is be here. Okay, so is this moving or what? So that's how you do your single crochets, double crochet, half double crochet, and slip stitches. You can hardly see any slip stitches, right? You can hardly see the slip stitches. I'm going to explain what this all the stitches are for, okay? And yeah, Okay, guys, if you're enjoying this live, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Let me know where you're watching me from. Excuse me. And if you're working on a project, what project are you working on? And if you're just if you're just joining, Alicia, go get my water, please. Go get this water,
I'm
please.
still watching. David must do it. You must tell Daddy for me. No. Daddy to do it.
Can I have water, please? What?
Daddy's doing it. Peel.
Okay, now making a mess here, Alicia.
Yes. I'm really crying though.
Making a mess on the
Can you close the door? Wait. Oh, guys, if you're just joining in, subscribe to my channel. Let me know where you're watching me from. If you're enjoying this live, give it a thumbs up. And so I'm going to show you what is next is a triple crochet. Okay, so triple crochet is different from double crochet. I'll show you how. So without chaining again, I'm going to turn my work, and this is going to be a bit tricky because we did slip stitches here and they were tight. Or let's just unravel the slip stitches, then we can do them at the end of everything. The slip stitches are tricky. If you tighten them, you'll have difficult like inserting a hook back into them. So without chaining here, I am going to turn my work and do stacked double crochet, single crochet. So we do one. Can we do a stacked double crochet? Let's see. So you yarn over, then you insert, yarn over, then you pull through. Nah, it doesn't work. Okay, so let's just do stacked single crochet. So we insert, we pull through, yarn over and pull through. and then into the bars like that. Let me show you again in case you were not here when I was explaining. Like there, these are the two bars. This is the first bar and that's the second bar. So we're going to go into the second bar like so, and yarn over, and then we do a single crochet. Now again into that second bar, into the second bar here we insert, come on, insert in there, then we yarn over. Now we have two loops, yarn over, and then we pull through all two. Now because the height of a double crochet, because it's three single crochet stuck together, because we're doing a triple crochet, which is long, so we are going to insert again back into that stitch, into that bar, then we do a single crochet, right, like so. So now we are done like that. Now into the next one stitch, that's where we are going to do a double crochet, triple crochet. Some they call it triple crochet, but some they call it triple crochet, some they call it triple crochet, and in the US and in the UK, they call it triple, and in the US, okay, that would be another lesson for another day. Okay, that would be another lesson because it's a lot to take in right now because we are working on this. So we're just going to do a triple, and then we're going to yarn over twice, so 1 and 2. Now back, so we are yarning over twice, guys. Look here, we 1 and 2, and then into that stitch here we insert and we pull up a loop. Now we should have 4 loops on our hook, 1 2 3 4, and then we're going to yarn over, and then we pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through the last 2 loops like that. Now again 1 2, we insert into the following stitch, we pull up a loop. Now we have 1 2 3 4, and then we yarn over, then we pull through 2, yarn over, and then we pull through 2, yarn over, we pull through 2. Again 1 2, insert, yarn over, 4 loops, 1 2 3. So let me show you a easy way to remember. So we said yarn over twice, 1 2, insert, pull up. Now 4 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2, like that. So we're going to do it again. Insert twice, don't forget, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, again insert, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. The difference with this is that you just yarn over 3 here twice instead of, remember with a double crochet we were just yarning over once, but this is a triple crochet, we yarn over twice, and then we insert. Now we pull through. Now we have 4 loops. So with double crochet we have 3, with triple crochet we have 4. So therefore we yarn over 3 times. 1 2 and 3.
3.
Again, yarn over twice, goes a triple crochet, inset, yarn over, 4 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through the last 2. Again, don't forget to yarn over twice. 1, 2. Okay, my yarn here is misbehaving. It's
Are
misbehaving.
you misbehaving?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I don't know why.
Because it's yarn. Because it's yarn, it can't move.
Okay. Can you close the door nicely, Alicia, please?
Oh,
1,
it
2.
wasn't me. It wasn't me, Mommy.
Okay. Alicia, close the door, my baby. It's going to bang again. Please. Oh, my yarn is not cooperating here. My yarn is not cooperating. Bill, Knot, and Daisy. What is that? I just wonder what that is. Anyway, we carry on. Come on. You yarn. Ah, it's frustrating. This is the type of stuff you also find when you're crocheting, that you have to fight with your yarn all the time.
But you can crochet and look and turn around.
Mm-hmm.
That is more easy.
That is more easy.
Yes, but I said
Okay,
it's my idea.
it's your idea. And then we're going to carry on, inset, twice, 1, 2, yarn over, yarn over, yarn over,
No.
again into the last stitch,
No. No.
yarn over, yarn
No.
over,
Back to
yarn
coconut.
over. So that's it, guys. That's and at the end, if it's leaving a space like that, right, see this side there's no space, a gap, if it's leaving a gap like that, just do this, right, just yarn over, 1, 2, and then insert into that, and then do your normal half triple crochet, and then also you do, in fact you should do this into the last stitch, 1 2, and then you should insert your hook, and then you do a normal 1 2, and then you end here. Don't finish it, leave 2 loops here, and then you yarn over again, right? Maybe 1 time, insert, then you yarn over, then you have 4 loops, 1
Mommy,
2,
crochet
like that, and then you yarn over. See, now the gap is closed, and also this side there's no gap. Okay, so that's how it should look like. Now come closer here. Okay,
crochet, don't move, Mommy.
so guys, if you're enjoying this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and let me know where you're watching me from.
Please.
Conscribe. What is conscribe? Subscribe.
Subscribe, guys.
Excuse me.
Okay, excuse me.
So that's it, guys. Give this live a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, like, comment, share. You know, if you, so this is day 4 of our beginner crochet course. If you missed day 1, day 2, day 3, the link is in the description where you can click and it will take you to the playlist, and then you can watch it and learn at your own pace.
Mommy. Mommy. Mommy.
Alicia, stop shouting, please. You're making noise.
Mommy.
You're not being a good girl now.
Mommy. Mommy. Mommy.
So guys, I'm going to explain. Alicia, I'm going to ask you to go out of this room if you keep on calling mommy, okay?
I want you.
Yeah, but can you keep quiet, please? So now the last stitch that I'm going to show you is the slip stitch. Okay, so slip stitch, you're going to chain 1 and you're going to turn, right? And you're going to turn, and then we're going to insert and yarn over like we did, and then pull through, insert yarn over, pull through, insert, yarn over and pull through, insert, yarn over, pull through and pull through, insert, yarn over, pull through and pull through, insert, yarn over, pull through and pull through. Yeah, insert, yarn over, pull through and pull through, 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 insert, yarn over, pull through. Close the door.
Yes.
Now into the last stitch there. Make sure you go underneath both loops. Come on. And then that's it. That's your basic, all your basic stitches. That's what it takes you for one to be able to crochet, is only know all this basic. Once you know all this basic, that's it. Even the triple crochet here is not, I don't think it's a basic stitch, because it's sort of like comes from a double crochet. So the most important is single crochet, double crochet, half double crochet also, and slip stitch, and probably, yeah. So these are the stitches that you must learn in order for you to be able to crochet. So now I'm going to explain, you know, these stitches and what each one is used for. And so the first one is slip stitch. We just did here on top, right? We did a slip stitch right there. So as you notice that the slip stitch is the shortest and the simplest crochet stitch. It does not add or height to your work. As you can see, it did not add height to my work at all, right? Like that. So it's a stitch that is used when you don't want to add height, or when you join a round, you know, or when you want to move on to the next stitch without making a stitch. For instance, let's say you are making a granny square, right? A granny square, you have to start from in between the 3 double crochets, right? You have to start in between the three double crochet this side, 3 double crochet that side. You need to, that's a cluster, right? So you need to start in between the clusters of double crochets. So let's say your hook is at the beginning of one cluster, which means you have to slip stitch to get in between the 2 clusters, because that's how you do granny square, right? Now so this is how it looks like. It's very small, you can hardly see it, and and flat and almost invisible compared to other stitches. Can you see that? It's almost invisible. You can hardly see it, right? But that is right there. It's almost invisible compared to the other stitches. Okay, now I've already explained what the slip stitch is for. So this stitch is not usually, the slip stitch is not usually used to build fabric. Instead, it's a sort of like a helper stitch. Okay, like I say, to move from one stitch to another without making a stitch or making height, you use a slip stitch. Okay, so I just explained the common uses like joining rounds. Let's say you're making a hat or a granny square or cuffs, right? You use slip stitch to join rounds and moving yarns. Like I said, I gave an example of a granny square, cluster. You want to go in between the clusters, you just use slip stitch to go there without making a high. And also it's used for neat edges and decorative finishes, and also making very dense firm fabric. Sometimes it can be used for, okay, so if you are using slip stitches, it will be very extremely tight and dense. Like I said, remember when I did this slip stitches here without making the triple crochets, we noticed that I could not get my hook in between. So as I was saying, the stitches are extremely tight. You notice that when I slip stitched here before we did our triple crochets, we noticed that I could not even get my hook in there. I had to undo that row of slip stitches in order for me to be able to get my hook in between the stitches. So the stitches are extremely tight and dense. They don't stretch, they are flat. See that? They are very flat. You can hardly see it compared to other stitches. So beginner tip, okay? If your work starts shrinking or feeling too tight, you may be using slip stitches accidentally instead of single crochets, because it can be very, very tricky, right, when doing slip stitches and doing single crochets. Now let me show you how it is tricky. I'm going to insert. Remember, with single crochets you just insert, right, and pull through, right. That's how you do also with the slip stitch. But with the single crochet, this is where the difference is between the single crochet and the slip stitch. The difference is that you have to yarn over again and pull through. That's a single crochet. So a slip stitch, you insert just like you're about to do a single crochet, yarn over just like a single crochet, pull through just like a single crochet. This is where the difference is that you don't yarn over again, you just slip stitch, right. That's a slip stitch. Okay, so beginners might you might, accidentally, like I said, be making single crochets instead of be using slip stitches instead of single crochets. Okay, so now we are done with the slip stitch. I'm sure I hope I was clear. Now we are going to I'm going to explain the single crochets now. Right now we have got single crochet row, which is right here. Right, that's the single crochet row we have right there. That's the one that you started with. So this is the shortest standard stitch used to build crochet fabric. It's very, very short and about the height of one chain stitch. As you can see, it's about the height of a chain stitch, and they are too tight. They are, compact stitches, and um they're smooth and solid appearance. Can you see that? Right? And also the single crochet stitch is one of the most common stitches for beginners. It's very simple. So you can use single crochet stitches for like amigurumis, that is stuffed toys, and dishcloth, bags, borders, and edging, and firm garments. Okay, like cups for a bralette. You use single crochets because you want your fabric, your stitches to be closed and tied together. So that single crochets, you can see there are no gaps in between because you don't want a bralette to have gaps, right? So hold this the fabric of single crochets holds its shape well, a little bit of stretch, just a tiny little bit of stretch, and it's warm and it's thick. Okay, so when should you choose to use single crochets? So choose single crochets when you want maybe the strength, like I said, the bralette, when you want firm structure like a bralette cup, and you want minimal holes. So that's perfect single crochets, and you want clear stitch definition. As you can see, it's very, very clear. So that's it. So that's all there is about single crochets. Now we go to half double crochet. So this one is the half double crochet. This is the half double crochet. So a stitch, it's a stitch between the single crochet and the double crochet. That's the half double crochet. It's the stitch between the single crochet and the double crochet. Is a half double crochet. Okay, I was supposed to like make it in a according to the height here, but anyway. So it's like I said, it's the stitch between the double crochet and the single crochet. So it's a sort of like a medium height, taller than the single crochet though, and shorter than the double crochet. So like I said, it's somewhere in between. It's taller than the single crochet and shorter than the double crochet. So it looks slightly, it has slightly taller stitches right there. See the half double crochet there, and soft texture and textured fabric like that. And so you can use half double crochet, like, half double crochet balances like speed and density, and you can use it for blankets, scarves, sweaters, and hats, and many more stuff you can use it. So the thickness, the fabric, it's actually, when you're using the half double crochet, it's like a medium thickness, right? And slightly stretchy and fewer girls, right? And then the double crochet, fewer girls, double crochet, and so you can choose to use a half double crochet when you want faster progress than the single crochet. Okay, so now we have the half double crochet, which is this one here, which is this one. We have the double crochet. This is one of the most popular crochet stitches. It's tall, about twice the height of a single crochet. So it's open, as you can see. It's airy and clearly defines vertical posts, right? So double crochet works up quickly and creates flexible fabric. You can use the double crochet for like blankets, scarves, granny square, lightweight garments. And the material is, like I said, it's more open, like small holes, and it's stretchy. Okay, it's very, very stretchy, and it's lighter and less dense. So when should you choose to use a double crochet? You can use it for fast progress, airy fabric, flexible and flowing designs. So now we do the triple crochet. So let's talk about the triple crochet next. The triple crochet is a very tall stitch made by wrapping the yarn around the hook twice before inserting. That's the difference between double crochet and triple crochet, right? The height is very tall, taller than the double crochet, obviously, and long open stitches, as you can see, and lots of spaces between the stitches. Triple crochet is often used for like lace, decorative patterns. You can use the stitch for like open work blankets, decorative panels, fancy borders, and the fabric is very airy, loose, lightweight, and yeah, that's all there is about triple crochet. So you should choose this triple crochet when working on something that when you want like less appearance, very fast fabric growth, and decorative openness. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick comparison before like a comparison between these stitches, 1 2 3 4 5, these 5 stitches. So we're going to start with a slip knot. So a slip knot, it does not have any height. The fabric density is very tight, and it's best for joining and edging. Right, now we go to single crochet. Single crochet here is very short, dense, and toys, and it's best for like toys and bags. Now we go to double crochet. Double crochet is like a medium height, and the fabric density, it's medium, and it's best for wearables. Now we go to triple crochet. It's very tall, taller than the double crochet. The fabric density is very open, best for lace, yeah, LACE. Yes. So that's it, guys. And so beginner advice, I've got advice for beginners. So shorter stitches equals denser fabric. Taller stitches equals to looser, lighter fabrics. So most patterns mix stitches to control the texture and the stretchiness of the project. So So that's it, guys. That's all there is about this basic crochet stitches. Guys, I've been here for more than 2 hours now. So guys, if you enjoy this live, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my upcoming lives or videos. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in my next live. Bye.